Buckle up. This is going to be a long one, guys. The grass isn't always greener, but sometimes it is. Artificial turf may look perfect and pretty from a distance, but it's not alive. My other title for this was Sincerity or Honesty and Truthfulness. They mean different things, but we tend to treat them with equal weight. You're probably familiar with the term, the grass isn't always greener on the other side of the fence. That's a saying which typically implies that if you decide to make a change, there's going to be challenges that you may not first see if you're abandoning something to start something new, like a mate or a career shift. The lesson is to stay where you're at and don't change because problems in life are common and making a change may not produce better results. Here's my opinion on that. To stay with a business that has no real potential is not a wise choice. I want to talk a little bit about what is real and what is repeatedly proven to be merely an illusion as it pertains to the long-term payoff of residual income in network marketing. More importantly, why many industry leaders don't want to address this central issue that I have zero reluctance to bring up continually. Why do so many people get involved with network marketing to do it as a career or even a side business and then struggle and persevere, yet never achieve any lasting success? What is even that desired result? And why do so many people despise the network marketing business model? These are the kinds of questions that I ask myself, and I try to answer for other people who may be looking into it or have been involved in it for any length of time, either currently or in the past. I meet a lot of what I call serial MLM junkies, and this is the kind of person who's always seeing some external feature that some new company or promoter is touting as an easy hack to success, or promises that this is the next billion-dollar MLM mega giant that will secure their financial legacy for unlimited generations. So they go from one company to the next every few months when the excitement from the previous one that was the shiny object begins to wane. And because they believe that the magic is in the opportunity itself, and there's the lure of this easier path to wealth, it will launch them into the success that they believe they deserve. Usually junkies flock to startups with a trendy hot product or a gimmicky compensation plan trick, or some downline building scheme that promises minimum effort for massive returns, but only if they get in now. That's the key. You have to get in now because that's the magic, is getting in at the beginning. Well, that kind of thinking only works if there's actually no differences in the abundance of network marketing opportunities available. I strongly believe there are critical differences between companies and products, compensation plans, and as well as leadership and training styles for a number of reasons that will have a significant impact on the chances that anyone can create a lasting success if one considers a 4 or 5 figure monthly income as a success. And it'd take me too long to elaborate on those anyway now. I've done multiple videos and written multiple articles on these things. Here's why I think I can say they're not equal. Because in the over 100 years that network marketing has been in operation, as any type of business, merely boiling it down to the simple formula of if you just get 5 who get 5 who get 5 is infantile in its evaluation, because in the history of the industry, that has never happened even one time. But people continue to perpetuate that myth because of the math of geometric compounding works in every compensation plan. So are you really being honest and truthful when you tell someone that you're offering them an opportunity to make a long-term or passive residual income? Or are you just being hopeful and sincere that it will happen? People don't like to hear what I had to say because I sprinkle in too many facts to make my point. And the fact is that most network marketing companies don't last 5 years to begin with. And even the ones that do don't have long-term repeat orders from the same people. They cycle through hundreds and even thousands of reps who order for a short amount of time, or sometimes they just place that one big order, and that's all they ever do. So the network marketing culture kind of bullies people into being agreeable about this. And I just saw this on my Facebook feed the other day. And this is what this person in the industry said. And a lot of people agreed with him. Dear entrepreneur, please don't put down another direct sales company in order to make yours look better. Not only is this unclassy, but you as a leader is putting a bad name on the industry, and leaders like myself will never join you or your company. Never burn bridges. Peace out. Continue your scroll. So the sentiment is, don't say anything critical or negative about other companies. I'm not picking on companies in particular. You have to figure those out for yourself. But to me, it's really irresponsible if there are companies and distributors promoting something that is eventually going to cause others harm. And that has happened over and over in this industry. And this whole, let's sweep it under the rug and not say anything about it because you don't want to be uncharitable towards other people in the industry. Hey, here's another factoid. There are people in this industry who are outright crooks. And I'm sorry if that offends your delicate sensibilities, but we only have to look at the history of this industry in order to verify that sobering reality. Thousands of companies and shady leaders have come and gone, draining the bank accounts of honest, hardworking, hopeful people who are only looking for an opportunity to better themselves. In order to say that you have a residual income opportunity, you have to base that on some type of proof. How many customers or reps do you have in your company that have been ordering consistently on a long-term basis if they aren't making any money? I'm talking numbers of years. So for instance, in my business, the one I've been involved with for 26 years, I have customers and reps who have been ordering for over 20 years consistently. That is what translates into a residual income. Company-wide, since we're so old, we can go back and look at the data. Our average customer or distributor stays on auto ship for 9.7 years. That's averaged out over the number of years we've been in business, which is almost 27 now, which is pretty good. I have personal customers and distributors who don't make any money really, who have ordered tens of thousands of dollars in the last 26 years. What does that tell someone who's looking at things objectively? That we have a product that people purchase without any financial incentive to do so. So even when the company screws up as bad as it has, and believe me, it has screwed up a lot. That's really the difference between real residual income opportunities and the artificial ones that are flooding the industry right now. Why do I believe this way? Well, my thinking has had to evolve through the years to figure out why. And there are a lot of issues that factor into that why. But most people don't want to discover them, or those who do know the truth would prefer to keep it simple for the stupid. You know the KISS principle, keep it simple, stupid. Well, here's but a single one of the realities of the many in MLM if you'll take it to heart. Certain people can succeed with legitimate companies with real commissionable products and services that are delivered to customers. But even fewer, less scrupulous people can succeed in horrible companies without any real products or services that have no marketable value outside of the opportunity itself. And this is what's hurting the industry, which I happen to think is great. So if you're not doing the things I'm criticizing, I'm not talking about you. I'm not addressing you. I have some friends who are working in what I would consider to be legitimate network marketing companies with real products. Compensation plan differences notwithstanding, every company or distributor can point to someone making an insane amount of money. And that's the problem. It's this unproven notion of, well, if he or she can do it in any company, then you or anybody else can too. I'd be a fool to deny the fact there's anecdotal evidence to confirm that anyone in fact can become wildly successful. But statistically, that's not happening on a large scale. And the failure rate is far more common, and I believe I have some insight as to why. So let's set that standard anybody can succeed argument aside and look at what it takes in most companies that have a questionable product line that is either not unique, it has multiple competitors with similar or identical products, it's not affordable, the compensation plan itself drives sales to generate larger commissions, but that raises the prices to everyone who's involved, but they're only participants in the money-making side. It's not in high demand to a large enough demographic, so it caters to a very narrow market niche. In network marketing, you better have a lot of customers in order to sustain a big income. Or, and this is a big one, the product's not proven over time to deliver any substantial benefit to the user, which would be the primary contributor to delivering on the promise of residual income. And these are just a few. I'm certain there are more. So you may be asking, what does this all have to do with sincerity, honesty, and truthfulness? Well, it has everything to do with it, really, for me. For my friends in the network marketing industry, again, who are not in my company and don't know very much about what I do, if you're selling a product that the same people are buying on a monthly or recurring basis without any financial incentive to do that for a number of years, and you have hard data to support that, I have no problem with what you're doing. It's the people and the generic trainers of this industry who are promoting these opportunities for the sake of the compensation model that is found in network marketing, whether they understand that underlying principle or not. Someone can be sincere and promote an opportunity that has really no objective chance to produce a residual income. They may be honest with themselves and with no internal conflict when they present it to others, but that is only because they don't have enough information about what they're promoting. They have no metric to analyze the long-term results of their program. They don't understand that they're not being truthful, because being truthful is different than just being sincere. Most people who are in network marketing are totally sincere, but they have also totally misjudged the viability of their income opportunity long-term. Truthfulness is compatible or synonymous with objective facts that can be validated through some type of analytical framework. This is how I contrast what I do to build my business from what I see many others doing for short-term results. And from my vantage point, it's only getting worse in many ways. I can't get everything in this live, so I'll probably do another few installments because I'm going to start saying the things I've been thinking about for many years about the fraud and outright deception in this industry. I'm not going to stay silent about how this great form of compensation that has no limitations and is open to anyone is being ruined. The truth is this: every company has the potential to pay out a certain amount of commissions on a certain amount of levels, provided they are collecting fees for something, even if it's nothing. That is the only thing required if they're providing nothing of equal value for those fees, which is at the heart of the debate. Look, every company can point to a number of leading distributors who have accomplished that in the compensation plan. So that's no real test in my book. That's been done over and over in what were later deemed to be illegal pyramids and companies with no value-based commodity that could no longer sustain recruitment. Watch some of my other videos to get my thoughts on this. See if you're able to withstand the assault on the bias you're wanting to protect from alternative information. Because I dove headlong into the belly of the beast, so to speak, and subjected myself to hours of anti-MLM propaganda. It isn't all propaganda. Much of it's real experiences and stories and observations from people who've been in MLM and gave it their all, or who were connected to someone who was. In order for me to really believe in something, I have to have it tested by giving it careful consideration and look at opposing opinions. And by the way, again, if none of this applies to you and you're happy with what you're doing and the results you're getting from your monthly auto ship checks, then I respect your choice to pursue even greater levels of achievement. And I'm happy for you too. And I'm not just patronizing you. I have to say this for your benefit as well, because this behavior is hurting you too indirectly. Maybe the things I'm saying are ringing true, and they will help you reinforce your faith in what you're doing and refine your own business philosophy. Because to me, residual income is the only income that's worth the kind of effort this type of business requires. But truthfully, many people in this industry have been and are putting in that type of effort that will end up producing them either nothing or very little 5 to 15 years from now in the future. The proof of my hypothesis is in the documented results, which are abysmal and are hard to ignore, unless you're choosing to remain willfully blind. To be successful in network marketing, you need more than just daily motivational quotes and platitudes. Like any other legitimate business, you must adopt principles, practices, plans, and procedures that are grounded in a true business philosophy. I don't spend my energy regurgitating much of what is found in generic MLM training. Most of it has little to do with the way almost every other business operates. I believe you can actually run an MLM like a traditional business, but you could never run a traditional business like most people run their network marketing organization. And that's why people make video after video on YouTube mocking the things that people in this industry do, because you could never sustain any other kind of business that way. I make no pretense about my agenda. I am recruiting people for my business right now. I'm not looking for people to join me who are wanting something easy and quick either. The junkies on my feed, they can find their next fix from another dealer. I require more than 28 days to get someone straightened out. I'm only looking to find a handful of courageous and intelligent people who understand the value of creating a long-term income-generating asset that can pay them for many years in the future. Whether they know anything about network marketing or not, you don't have to have any experience. You just have to be hungry for change. Thanks for indulging me and listening. Reach out to me if you want to find out what I can do to help you on your journey, whatever that may be. Have a great day.